Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I did record on Friday, but I had to just kind of scrap it. Yeah, I still might, depending on what I was talking about in that video, I might just stick it in another piece, another video or something. I don't know. But y'all, I'm getting ready to get gas. I have to get gas, and then I have to get gas, and then I'm on my way to a brunch. It's called a mother's brunch, and so I am going to be doing that shortly here. It's 9:15. The brunch starts at 10, so I have time. It's roughly about 15 minutes away. So yeah. But I turned the camera on because I'm not in a great headspace, and so I want to tell y'all what's going on. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know a little bit. Those who are like my close friends who also follow me on Facebook, you may have seen some of my posts. So, oh my goodness. And before I go get gas, I'm actually going to Miss Peanut's school. Why are you going to Miss Peanut's school, boss lady? It's a Saturday. Do they have Saturday school? No, they do not. But I'm going. Oh, wait, now I'm getting emotional. And I don't want to get emotional about it because I'm mad. You know people who be so mad that they cry? Yeah, that's me. So, so I think in the video I was originally recording for you guys on Friday, I was telling you that I was going to be working till 7 o'clock. And I did. I worked till, 7:20, I think is when I pulled out the lot. And, picked up Miss Peanut early, y'all. She was excited. Like, yes, I'm, getting out of school early, get to go hang out at mom's job. And I wish I could have recorded even just the conversation, because Miss Peanut walked in my office like, wow, like, mommy. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, But, so we had a great time. Great mommy-daughter time, right? So my job had a block party for the surrounding community, plus, staff. It was nice. We had bouncy houses, y'all. We had photo booth. We had face paint. We had different vendors with literature and stuff. We had food. We had hot dogs, chips, water. Then we had Mexican corn. We had popcorn. All that, right? We're having a ball. There was a step team that came. Then the school cheerleaders, they performed. I mean, we had our local radio station there. When I tell you, we blocked off the streets. It was amazing. Just as it's ending, I get a text message. No, prior to it ending, like just when it was starting, I had got a phone call. And I always know when it's a robocall because it's a certain number that comes up. So like a robocall from the school or whatever. So I was thinking, well, they're probably calling because, Miss Peanut missed her last hour of school. I never checked my messages. So 2 hours go by, pretty much, and I get a text message from my daughter. Now, mind you, Miss Peanut's with me. So if I'm getting a text message from my daughter, that means I'm getting a text message from baby girl. I don't see anything yet. And the text message from baby girl was, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, what? And she sends me a screenshot. It's from our principal, stating that she will no longer be the principal effective Friday was her last day. And then she goes on to proceed to tell us why. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I'm like, I'm just in a fit of panic, a fit of shock. So I immediately go to one of my coworkers who also has a child at this school. And I said, this is what I just received. And I showed her, and she was like, what? And I'm told, when I tell you, we were all like panicking, like, what? I go into my email. I get an email from the district saying that effective immediately or whatever, our principal has been put on leave for the rest of the school year. They didn't explain why, right? But then they go to proceed to tell us who's going to be taking her spot, interim principal, for the rest of the year, and telling us all his accolades and this, that, those, and the fifth. So I go back to the principal's letter. And I think I told y'all, because this happened. Okay, so I'm trying to run it back. So what happened back in February, there was a no-knock warrant issued for some people or whatever. Good Lord, big truck. The police go into this apartment, and there was a guy sleeping. They had a no-knock warrant, so they went in. The guy was sleeping, and he was startled, and he was a licensed gun owner, concealed to carry or permit to carry gun person, and he went to pull his gun because he was scared, right? And they shot and killed him. So in a fit of rage, you know, our city went through another whatever, and the students were like, that's not right, blah, 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 you know, at the school. And I think I told you guys about, you know, I told Miss Pina she's not allowed to do protests, this and that, because you just don't know what can happen, because we, you know, we do have some ignorant people around town. So I was like, don't you be out there, you keep your tail at school, you know, where it's safe. Well, there were some students, about 100 students at Miss Pina's school, who wanted to protest. And the principal said she supported them. Well, apparently, there's a protocol that I don't know if she was aware of at the time. She may know about it now. But there's a protocol that has to happen in order for students to protest, blah, blah, blah. Which I'm like, really? Because I don't remember this with the other protests and unrest and you know what I mean. But anyway, I digress. So the day that the students wanted to go downtown to the city hall and do a sit-in, that was the same day that the young man from Miss Peanut's school got killed. So he was supposed to, he had permission to go to the sit-in, but he chose to say he was going to go home. So him and a few of his old friends, they decided they were going to go home, but they split up, so to speak. So where he was killed compared to where the school is, totally different directions or whatever, right? But at any rate, he was killed. So the day of the sit-in, that the principal went with the students to City Hall, our now forever D. Hill was killed. So I don't, you know, and she's, in her letter, she said they're trying to say she didn't follow proper protocol, that she was advised not to go with the students. And I'm thinking to myself, you want these babies downtown by themselves, and who knows? I mean, at least she was a official administrator to be like, I'll make sure my kids are safe. You know what I mean? But anyway, and some people say, well, she didn't follow protocol, so, you know, if she didn't follow the rules, da-da-da-da. Yeah, but because where we live, our community, our babies, if they are not protected, as our dear D. Hill, things happen. Bottom line. So, yeah, but. So anyway, I just wanted to see, I'm on my way to the gas station now, but I wanted to see, before I finish, to see if there was any type of stuff up at the school. As far, because well, we'll get to that in a minute. So, okay, so that's the letter. So she said she doesn't want that day to fall on her as being terminated or whatever for that sit-in. She wants to, you know, still give homage to our beloved D. Hill and, you know, and don't take away from his killing, that she rallied around all those babies, okay, and made sure they were okay, because she was not okay, but she made sure that they were okay. This is a principle that she started in 2019 at the high school, right? And within so many months, the school was shut down. She went live every day to talk to her students and families while during this whole pandemic, right? She made sure there was food for the families and the children. She made sure any resources that she could find, she made sure that our babies were there. At that time, her babies, because Miss Pina wasn't there, but she made sure they had it. And I was actually following her prior to Miss Pina getting there, just because I wanted to know, you know, if this is where we're going to put Miss Pina. I want to make sure she got some love and honor and respect, right? So, anyway, so yeah, so that, I'm flabbergasted. So I read the letter, and I read again, and then I went to our beloved Facebook. And all you can see is, because the colors are blue and white, all you can see is blue and white this, blue and white that, blue and white, and hashtag this and hashtag that. And, you know, and at this point, I'm angry because not only is she a beloved principal of our high school, she was a beloved principal of one of our not well-performing elementary schools. And there was a documentary done of her. So this is not like, oh, let me just be secretive, because you can look it up. You know, they did a documentary on her and what she did to try to turn that school around and everything. And she did a phenomenal job. I mean, she's been on Good Morning America. She's been in the newspapers. I mean, I'm not worried about her because she got what it takes. And if New York will come all the way to Minnesota, okay, and interview a principal who has a heart big as this world, I know she's going to be fine, because the people who did the documentary are ticked off and ready to, you know, collab with the families and the students. I mean, and then top it off, this happened on a most big day of our school's life, you know, school career life, prom night. Prom night. Prom was yesterday. Yes, prom was yesterday. You know, it's because of our principal that those kids get some glimmer of hope. Like the senior class, they all the graduating senior class, they received a $10,000 scholarship apiece because of the hard work the principal does, and because of the community rallying together to make sure our babies has a leg in life. Yep. Lord have mercy. 419. Jesus be offense. So, I mean, I was bawling. Even, and so, not only was she Miss Pina's principal, but she also was Little Man's principal, my grandson, when he was at the elementary school. She also, when I first met her, was baby girl's assistant principal at a military school that I had her at, charter school. That's how I first met her, and I was like, this woman right here. Now, when you look at her from the untrained eye, you think this is just a white woman. Not at all. She's black. And that's what they hate, because she looked one way, but they know deep inside, and she identifies with who she really is. She's married to a white man. She has black children, and she also has step white children. But they didn't like a powerful black woman having, as we say in the community, so much mouth. I am beyond upset because she did not deserve that at all. And here's my thing. If you didn't want her to be there anymore, why not do it at the end of the school year? Why put these babies through one more tragedy? Since Miss Pina has been in high school, I kid you not, she has gone through tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. You know what I'm saying? So 1 minute they're in school, then boom, they're back out of school. You know? Then you got the unrest happening. Then you got the sit-in happening. Then you got D. Hills killing. And now, then you have the strike. Oh, we can't forget the strike. Okay? Because the district didn't want to pay these staff members. Now you're going to take their principal, someone who truly loves them. She's more of a mama to some of them kids than their own mamas. Seriously. Like, honestly, you know, ever since I've known her, I'm like, you know, when my child is in your care, you are their second mom. And I let my kids know that, like, you know, not many parents say that to their principals, but it's true. I'm like, you take care of her as you take care of your own. Her own daughter goes to school. I can't see her daughter staying there. I cannot see her honestly being a parent of that school after this. I mean, because me personally, no. And here's the thing that really upsets me and hurts my heart. A lot of children, including my own, is there because of the principal. So what's going to happen if the district don't get this right? What will happen is people are going to pull their kids out. And see, after the strike happened and, you know, and the teachers won and the paras won or whatever, the district was adamant, because y'all won, just know there's going to be some cuts, right? Why not start at the top, cutting the principal? Because they already said there's going to be some school closings. I guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt, if they don't turn this around, they're going to shut Miss Pina's school down. And I'm not trying to rhyme. I'm being honest. They're going to shut her school down. Mind you, this is the school that I went to, my husband went to, my sister, my brother-in-law, my mama, my father-in-law, cousins beyond cousins, because y'all told you I got a big family. You know what I'm saying? My sister, my big sister, she got a big family. I want to say all her aunts and uncles went to that school. I mean, when you look back through the Rolodex of the alumni and like the sports, her uncles, my sister, her uncles are all up and through there. So when I tell you this is nothing but a family school, I kid you not. So I am beyond devastated. I'm beyond upset. Because right now I'm ready to pull Miss Pina as well. I'm like, let's get this IEP straightened out, and then, you know what I mean? Honestly, that's how I feel. Like, once we get this IEP done, we're done. I'm so serious. And I didn't want her to have to leave her school. I don't know. And right now, yeah, I'm talking out of hurt. I'm talking out of anger. I'm talking out of pain. But he's gone. Jerk. Sorry. But yeah, that's how I feel. I'm talking out of anger. I'm talking out of pain. But this is exactly, you know, what I'm feeling. So there's a protest starting Monday at 12 noon. And they said every day. Every single day. And you know, I wasn't going to let Miss Peanut protest. But I'm like, and you know me, I'm always adamant about, I ain't protesting. I protest from, you know, my computer or whatever. But this right here, this ain't right. And I'm ready to, you know, make this wrong right. Honestly. Give me a minute. Let me get gas. Oh boy. $20 is a new $5. Let's just say that real quick. $20 is the new $5. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with everything, how I'm feeling. I'm fit to be tired, to be honest. I just cannot believe this. Oh, I must got a cut that hurt. Burning. Shoot. Tag on alcohol. But yeah, and you know, my daughter doesn't do well with change. You know, I have to prepare her. And I couldn't even be sensible, logical, anything, because I was hurt too. I mean, I was straight on crying. So I couldn't even like talk with her and get her to be okay because I wasn't okay. So yeah, so that's what's going on. So I'm glad that I am going to this mother's breakfast. I'm hoping I will receive some form of a word, meaning spiritual word. It's a spirit, you know, one of my spiritual sisters that invited me to this. So I'm hoping there'll be a little bit of scripture or something. I need some prayer time, you know. I don't even know what to do, y'all. I mean, and like I said, I am talking out of frustration and anger about wanting to remove Miss Peanut, but then I know that would be another upset for her, you know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I don't know if and here's my thing. As much as, because there was a young man who was gunned down, I don't know, like a year or so ago. I think it was during this pandemic or whatever. But I remember her rallying with other principals and, you know, going out and praying and, you know, just linking arms. Because, you know, there's always been so much rivalry, you know, with the different schools and all that stuff. And so to be able to, you know, link arms with other principals across our district and, you know, and just be there for our kids, that was something that, you know, she was part of. So for all of this, I'm just like, are you kidding me? I don't know. I'm trying to be good. But you know, today is just not a good day for me. I just don't know. Like I said, you know, thank you. Oh no, thank you. There's a light out, and so we gotta do the 4-way stop, you know. But at this point, I'm just trying to keep it together, you know. Staying tuned into Facebook. I mean, she's already a hashtag. I guess I would rather be a hashtag and be alive than a hashtag and be gone, you know. And I mean, community leaders all across are like, what are you doing? You know, district, you got it wrong this time and whatever. And but see, that's the thing. They always try to treat people one way. And well, the rules say this, and that's what's hard about our people, black and brown people. We have to govern ourselves according to their rules, and those rules don't fit us. I'm trying to not go political. I'm trying not to be racial. We heard from one board member, but see, there's another board member that I really don't care for. And I was in a meeting with her within the last month, and that woman right there, she got some issues. So, you know, why one board member is saying it wasn't the board's decision, whose decision was it? Because that's who we want to talk to. I don't know if it was the superintendent. I don't even know who directly is her boss. I mean, I thought her boss was the superintendent. See, our superintendent's leaving too after the whole strike situation. Oh yeah, he's done at the end of June. So is it him? Was it the board? Who is it? Who at the district made that decision is what we need to know. So once again, I'm just like, I'm thoroughly ticked off. I'm thoroughly ticked off. Y'all, I just can't. I'm trying to can, but I cannot today. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I'm looking like, what time is it? Yeah, I got just enough time. Well, I'm not a senior, but I am authorized with my certificate here. So therefore, I will be parking right there. If I can get a couple clips, I will, of what's going on inside here at the brunch, if I can. If not, then I might just come back with a recap of what happened. Y'all know how I do. But all right, I gotta go. Hey everybody, I'm back. The conference is over. They're still there, doing a lot of prayer. I was trying to get myself together before I came back to give a recap, and I really can't recap because I'm still kind of living in it. But they talked about a mother's love, a mother's surrender, a mother's weapon, and mother's grace. I wasn't able to record. It was a small, intimate space, and I really wanted to relish in it. Because of what I told you about in the beginning of this video, you know, it's all in me. Like, a labor of love is what we talked about too. And, you know, so I still have that mama bear. I think I told you guys that our school mascot is polar bears. So, you know, and I'm a alumni. So I am that polar bear, you know, that polar mama bear. And so anyway, you know, and I was getting messages and phone calls and just, I mean, woo. But I did, I saw one of my former church members that I hadn't seen in a long time. Well, put it this way. I saw a few of my former church members who all have who all have left our former church. And I kind of don't know how to feel, but, you know, the one thing I told you guys that I had like a pastor sister friend. I had two of them, Pastor Liz and Pastor Shamara. And so Pastor Liz has moved to Georgia, but Pastor Shamara, she's still here in Minnesota. And so I asked her, I said, are you still at Blue Oaks? And she said, no. And she said, you know, I haven't been there for about a year. And, you know, and then she fed me a word. She was one who always would feed me a word, right? And so she said, you know, there's times where, you know, we may be at a church for a season or a lifetime. She said, and our season at Blue Oaks is done. So don't feel bad. Don't feel sad. It is what it is. Even our musician was there. And he's been gone too. So anyway, I said all that to say, it was great seeing some of my former church members, knowing that, you know, we still have somewhat of a connection. The lady who invited me to the brunch, she's also one of my Facebook friends, and she had been following my page kind of since we've been friends, but, you know, she'd been kind of following me closely without saying anything. But she could see the dark days as well as the good days. You know, she could tell when I was in a dark spot, especially when my husband was sick. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that those were some dark days. And so anyway, I wasn't going to go up for prayer, but she said, you thought you was getting out of here without seeing me? And I was just like, you know, I'm just in the moment. And then she asked me, what did I want her to pray for? And so, you know, what was heavy on my mind, and heavy on my mind is our school and our babies and our families and our communities. So, excuse me, y'all. So that's what was on my mind, but she knew, because that's what was on the forefront of my mind. And so I'm one of those people, you have to be intentional about what you say to me or ask me. That's even like with my doctors. Don't ask me, do I have anxiety? Ask me, am I scared of pain? That, you know, because then you'll get the correct answer. So she didn't ask me what was on my heart. She just asked me what was on my mind. So when she began to pray, she not only prayed for our school community, our babies, our families, our principal, former, but she also prayed for my husband, my children, because I mean, yeah, I'm a mother, so you know, but she was very intentional in her prayer, and it really, really touched me to my innermost deep core. So that's why it took me a minute to turn the camera on, because I've been gone for like 15 minutes. But anyway, yeah, so that be that. But the brunch was amazing. Food was good. We had pancakes, eggs, bacon, home fries, coffee, tea, water, juice. You know, it was nice. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for being there. And she asked me to do something that someone else asked me. She said, I want you to take some time to yourself. And I want you to take a drive, sit, you know, quietly, or go out for coffee. She said, but by yourself. I don't want you to go with nobody else. She said, and I want you to sit and hear the word of God. Let him talk to you and really listen. She said, I did see your triumphs. She said, I saw your accolades. She said, and I don't want you to think that God is stopping with that. He's got more for you. She said, but you got to listen. She said, you got to forgive yourself for the things that, you know, may have happened or not happened. She said, and then you need to be done with it and move forward. She said, when you get to a place of forgiveness, she said, then God is really going to bless you. And I was just like, okay. And so, that is something that I've already started journaling, but I was journaling about one particular entity in my life. But she said for me to journal about when God talks to me. So I'm like, okay. So that's where I am. Ooh, so sorry for the tears. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. And I was crying throughout the thing. I mean, we had praise and worship. It was nice. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to dress. I mean, you know, I got on, you know, a jacket, tank, but I got on jeans. About, you know me, I'm juried down. But I'm so grateful to truly still have some spiritual led women in my life. I thought when I left the church that I left everybody, and clearly that wasn't the case. So, but I'm here to pick up Miss Peanut. I got to get to work in 12 minutes. So you guys be great. Pray for our babies. I just got a message before I turned the camera on. So that's another why I'm crying. Because I put a call out to the alumni. Now, granted, my Facebook page is pretty private, but you know, I tagged the principal's name in it. So anything that has her name in it, people from the woodwork are coming out. And I put a cry out. I said, where are our alumni? We need to stand up. We need to stand up, and we need to stand up now. We need to be there for our babies, for our community, for our families, because they need us. I mean, and I'm not one, y'all know me, I'm not one to be boots on the ground and front lines, but this right here, this hurts so hard. So anyway, with that being said, now I'm gonna drop more tears. I got a message from one of the alumni who is well known in the community. She's having a meeting at her house tomorrow. So, she's having a meeting at her house tomorrow. The youth are already planning to rally and protest. When I go to work, we're going to hold a safe space for any polar cubs that want to come out and just, you know, talk about it, you know. So we're going to feed them. We're going to love on them. We're going to be there for them. So I got to get myself together because, you know, I'm in leadership, so I can't be up in there crying with the babies. But, you know, I'm also a parent of the school. Family outreach, right? PTA. Oh, my God. Help me, Holy Ghost. Anyway, and I reached out to our PTA president, like, where do we go from here, right? So, yeah, I'm going to be busy this next week. Luckily, this is the last week at my job where all staff will be in the building, and I'm off the following week. So I have no problem with being up there. What, you know what I mean? Oh, Lord help me. But anyway, y'all be well. Y'all be great. Just pray for our polar babies. And I'll see you all in another video. Bye.